Hello, my name is Abigail Adeleke.
And my name is Tyler Bott.
Today, we will be discussing the influence of Frida Kahlo and Buscando a Bruno, Searching for Bruno by Lukas Avedaño. Before we jump into the influence of the great artist that is Frida Kahlo, we must first also discuss the history and reason for Buscando a Bruno. After the tragic disappearance of Lukas Avedaño's brother Bruno, he turned to art to bring awareness and really to start a movement. Lukas identifies as a muxhe, which can be best defined as the performance artist who is born with male genitalia but performs acts suitable for women. As an anthropologist and performance artist, Lukas' life is a sight to behold as he uses his own body and life as a case study for the human experience. When the tragic news reached his ears, Lukas did what he knew best, and in the same town where his brother went missing at a bus stop, he performed Buscando a Bruno in Oaxaca. Throughout the performance of Buscando a Bruno, it is inevitable to see the striking parallels between Lukas' work and Frida. So the breakdown. As Nyla and Lukas reach the two chairs placed purposely outside in front of the University Museum of Contemporary Art, MUAC for its initials in Spanish, their sitting is intentional. The crowd and onlookers realize the moment they find themselves in. Mexican icon Frida Kahlo's painting, Las Dos Fridas, the Two Fridas, is being brought to life as the Mares of the Apocalypse by Pedro Lembel and Francisco Casas play boldly in the background. In Las Dos Fridas by Frida Kahlo, the two Fridas are painted seated next to one another. One of the Fridas is in a wedding dress, and the other in a traditional Mexican dress. As each vein is connected with one another, a symbol of joint suffering is on full display. Lukas, however, takes a step further. While depicting the symbolism of Frida's work, he instead wears a traditional mourning dress to signify his pain and his feeling that he has lost his brother. No vein connected the two individuals or blood, but one profound action that Lukas makes is that he places a cloth over his face. He is everyone who has lost a family member, a friend, a co-worker to this tragedy. He represents everyone, not just himself, and it's so powerful. As the two individuals come together to hold hands, they represent the beginning and present Lukas. Lukas lives his life in color, but now it's dark and gray, as he looks for answers about the disappearance of his brother.
But why Frida? And why the symbolism? One of the reasons that we think Lukas decided to allude to Frida is because Frida also created within her pain. After a tragic bus accident where a handrail impaled her pelvis, Frida suffered many injuries to her abdomen, uterus, and of course pelvic bone. Her health, fragile and unpredictable from one situation to the next, her way of coping was through creating. Lukas, though different, also has unbearable pain. As he cried for help, the government and police failed to fix the systemic issues that caused his brother's disappearance. His pain is great, and like Frida, this pain is used as fuel to create art. Secondly, Frida, like Lukas, is proud of her Mexican heritage. Frida often depicted herself in her work utilizing traditional Mexican attire. In most photographs, she also wore her hair in a traditional style. Frida is a firm believer of Mexicanidad, which is best described as an emphasis on rejecting the inferiority of Mexican culture placed on the minds of Mexicans as a result of colonialism, and getting away from the belief that indigenous culture is somehow less than. Lukas is also like Frida in this aspect. As an artist who travels across the world spreading his culture, Lukas dares to create space for people like him, and his admirers and followers appreciate his ability to remain true to himself. Finally, both Frida and Lukas are performance artists. After battling health complications, her doctors told her to rest, yet with her first solo exhibition hanging in the balance, Frida still arrived at her show on a stretcher in an ambulance. Despite having only a short period of time to live, Frida gave what could have been her last performance by any means necessary and once again turned her tragedy and pain into her masterpiece. Lukas Avedaño and Frida Kahlo are both artists in the truest form of the word. They create to activate, to bring attention to issues closest to them, and to survive. With pain and courage, they turn their work into something that gets people thinking. Are Mexican cultures something to be celebrated? Is the government doing all it can to help you? Question it, discuss it, go forth and protest it. We are all just anthropologists trying to study man and find answers. Thank you for watching.